So to actually bring the 2D image in 3D Studio Max, I'm just going to show you a trick. We haven't talked about materials yet, but just try to follow what I do. You don't actually have to do this. If you feel comfortable with not looking at the image all the time while trying to replicate it, that's totally fine. But if you do want that, we're just going to create a plane. I'm going to go to my front view. I'm just going to create the plane. Go back to my perspective view. And you have the material editor right here, or you can press M on your keyboard. I cannot. Oh, yeah, it does work. I thought my keyboard is not going to work. And what you need to do is to go to one of these empty slots right here. Make sure you have it selected. And right here next to diffuse, you have a little box. If you press it, it's going to open this window. Double click on bitmap and it opens your files. And you select this image that I have attached. Open it. And what you need to do is just drag this material to your object. To actually see the material in the viewport, we have to click this little icon right here. Now, of course, it's a bit stretched, but we can work around that. So here's my image, and this is basically going to help me to see my model and what I want my model to be at all times. I'm just going to make this a bit smaller and bring it up. So now we can actually start to work. So my advice would be try to see the big shapes first. So it can be as simple as creating a box and then figuring out how to extend and extrude that box and how to manipulate the edges to actually get the roof, and how I can create the windows and this shape right here. So they're all basic shapes that you can easily create. Usually there isn't one way of doing this. I'm sure that at some point you're going to find your way of manipulating geometry, and it's probably going to work better than my way. So if you're stuck, just try to follow the speed up tutorial that I'm going to do. But I would highly recommend doing this by yourself as an exercise. Doesn't really matter how it's going to look like. You'll see that we're going to use this model to actually put some materials on it and render it. So you're going to have a JPEG or a PNG version of this house. So it's going to look great. So make sure you actually save and keep this file for later use.